Okay, hey everyone. If you are looking or have been thinking about getting a designer bag and you want something, ideally you quite like a top handle, but you want something that you can also wear crossbody as well, I thought I would share with you some of the bags that I've road tested that I think are really worth it, and of designer brands, and I've got Chanel, I've got some Dior, Louis Vuitton, some Prada, and I'm going to show you different ways that you can wear them so that as I'm talking you kind of get the picture. Each bag also has its own very different pluses and minuses, and I wanted to pick out ones that are really popular at the moment for any of you who are considering. I'm just going to do this in no particular order of price. What is this? The Alma BB from Louis Vuitton. I bought this back in, I think it was 2016, and it was £650, and now I think it's like nearly a thousand. I think it is that. This I feel is a really worthy bag. It's, first of all, it's getting a bit pricey now, but first of all, I think that for the size of bag, this is deceptive by the way. You can fit a bottle of water in here. You know, just the random ones that you would buy from the shop, the kind of ones that you pick off the shelf. One of those fits in here, and it doesn't actually take up loads of room. I wanted to show you that fitting in here, but I don't happen to have one, but just trust me on it. You know, like the Volvic or the Evian Waters fits in fine. For the price, you actually get quite a lot for this bag, and as a top handle, it's really good, but it also comes with a crossbody strap. So hang on one second. The bag itself, you get with it a padlock that comes boxed separately, and that padlock has its own dust bag that it comes in. But yeah, you get the padlock there. The key for it is on this key holder here, and then let me show you. You get two keys, and they're both in there. You can also, so you've got the bag, it comes with the padlock, it also comes with a strap, and it comes with this, which you can have hot stamped, and the hot stamping was free. So you can get your initial put on it, or your initials. I just wanted S put on it, but you could get your initials put on it. I think it's up to 3 characters. You can pick the size of the font, you can pick, I think like silver or gold, or maybe some other colours, but that's free. The bag wears really well. This is the kind of the well-known Louis Vuitton canvas here, and this I think is like a canvas material covered in, one of you told me it's like a wax. Technically speaking, it's a wax. It's cleanable, and I really like the leather on the damier print version, because this leather, unlike the classic LV print, because this isn't that pale colour, it doesn't patina, it doesn't go that darker colour, and I don't really like the darker colour that pale leather tends to go, particularly when you can see it on the handles, but you wouldn't necessarily see it here. I think it just looks like you've had greasy hands, which actually you probably have, and that's why it's gone that way. And yeah, it's got a strap that lets you wear it on one shoulder. I personally find that the strap is a bit too long to wear it on one shoulder because it sits too low, but crossbody, it's quite a comfortable bag. Let's talk about the trendy CC. This I purchased last year? No, December 2018. It was extortionate, but I think it's even more extortionate now. I would say, personally, if you're okay with pre-loved, this has got to a price now where it's actually probably better to buy it pre-loved and get a bit of a discount on it, because the prices have just got silly. I actually looked on the Chanel website last week. I tell thee, when I was on there, I couldn't stop laughing, because the prices have got to a point where the stuff isn't worth it. £2,000 for a pair of fingerless gloves? I think not. And it's a real shame, because I do really like the brand, but I don't think the quality is alongside the price. That's a whole other topic. I'm not going to go there, but that's how I feel about it. But it's a shame, because I do still like their bags, and I do think their bags hold their value, probably because they keep putting their prices up. But anyway, this is one bag that I actually go to when everything that I'm going to show you is too, what's the word? Too relaxed. Pretty roomy on the inside, and this, can you believe it? This is another bag you can fit a full bottle of water in, and I put it in. You know, the middle section doesn't look like you can get it in, but you can. So it's nicely broken up on the inside. You've got this main section here, you've got a slightly tighter one at the back, and then you've got the open middle one in the middle. And it's got an inner zip pocket. A couple of reasons why I think if you're looking for a top handle, this is worth it. And I did a video probably a year ago where I spoke about if I could only buy one designer bag, what would it be? And it would be a really close call between this and the Lady Dior. Comes with a chain handle. This is removable. It's kind of got a toggly thing, so you can push it back through there, remove it entirely if you don't want it. Unlike the classic flap, I don't find this flap a real faff to get in and out of. So for me personally, I've always found that the classic flap, particularly when it's new and the leather's quite hard still, and on the boy bag as well, when you're at the till and you're under pressure from the person behind you to move along and get out of their way, and you're trying to put your wallet back and you're trying to close your bag, the classic flap, you've kind of got to do this with it. And the boy bag as well, because you've got it on your shoulder, you naturally, you kind of can't help it. If it's on your shoulder, you kind of squeeze it with your elbow and it gets a saggy bottom. This gets none of that. I find for some reason this is a lot easier to close. Even easier to close than the Coco top handle. Although I mentioned buying this second hand, pre-loved if you can, whenever I look online, there's not many of them. And when they do go up, they're not much cheaper than to pay full price. Sometimes they're more than full price. So they are really in demand, but I do think they're worth it. It's kind of got that edge to it where it's both grown up and formal, but also you can wear it with jeans and trainers and it looks quite good. The next is a newer one that I showed you in the last video, but I can't not mention it. It's from Prada and it's a top handle, but as I mentioned earlier with a lot of these, it's also got that option of being able to wear it crossbody or on your shoulder. And this bag actually has two features to it. It comes with two detachable straps. So you've got the top handle, which doesn't come off. This is really soft leather, by the way. Look, it's really squishy. It fits loads in here, and I would recommend, if you're thinking about getting this bag, I would recommend getting a bag organizer for it so that you can section things up if you care. You might not care. The two straps, one is just plain black, and the second one, which is my favorite, is this, which is fabric, and it's kind of grey, green and red. I like the way it gives this bag up. I feel it changes the look of this bag and makes it quite a bit more interesting as far as I'm concerned. This bag I actually got for 10% off on FARFETCH, and I think you'll still be able to get 10% off it. So it's actually with a coupon code that I'll put details of below. As I'm showing you these bags, by the way, and just talking you through, I'm styling each bag in a different way, and all of this jacket as well looks exactly like the Balmain blazer. So all of the silk shirts that I'm wearing, the Balmain blazer, even the camel coloured knit with the white silk shirt underneath it, all of these I'm going to link to below. They're all from Lily silk. The quality of the silk's really good as well, and actually this jumper that I've got this in 3 colours, and it's worn so well. So it's a kind of wool silk mix, and I find that because it's got silk in it, it hasn't bobbled up at all actually. And I've got one in black, then grey, then this colour. I wear them all a lot, particularly when I'm working from home, because I put them on over a shirt and I really like the look of that. And they're always in the washing machine. I don't dry clean those, I just put them in the washing machine and they still look really good. And Lily Silk have given me these products, which I'm really grateful for. None of the products that I link to are affiliate linked. So and they've given me a coupon code as well, which isn't commission paying. So neither the coupon nor any links, if you choose to use any, do I earn anything from it. One of the more expensive, except I've got one from Chanel, which has just gone to stupid money, but I couldn't not show it because it's quite popular at the moment. That's one thing I wanted to do in this. As I mentioned earlier, I want to try and show bags that I know are really popular at the moment. Bags that, despite being popular, I think are not trend. You know how sometimes you get popular bags but you can tell they're trend, and then after a year or 6 months they die a death and there's a new one and you're left with something that feels a bit dated. These are bags that they're trending, but I feel that they are long term. So this is the Ultra Matte Lady Dior. You can get the Ultra Matte in quite a few colours. White, like a pinky beige kind of colour, black. I think there's a red now as well, a dark blue. You can get a few different types, and this has got to be one of my favourites. The black goes with every outfit. Seriously, it goes with every outfit. And the amount of times that I've worn this out, and I've actually had like girls coming over being like, oh my god, your bag, it's just got a really good look about it, and I think the matte look gives it like an edge, and it makes it look a bit more masculine actually, which I quite like. I'm going to compare that to the mini Lady Dior. There is a small, by the way, that comes in between these two sizes. This is the medium. The mini size is one that if I'm going shopping, let's say, and I'm going to film it, I don't take that because I can't put the camera in it. If I'm going to film, I nearly always take this bag. It fits everything, including that bottle of water that I mentioned to you. This, however, personally, I prefer the look of it on me. I like kind of really small bags. Couple of things also to mention, that if you're going to go for either of these, you should know, but in my personal opinion, I don't think that either of these points are deal breakers. I don't feel that either of these points are big enough to not get either of these bags if you're considering it. First of all, if you are thinking about the Ultra Matte range, I have a lot of you asking whether the matte paint chips off. It probably will after a while, but it hasn't on mine. I think it would most likely chip off on the metal loops here, because that bit that it goes through is also metal, and I would imagine that that rubbing on it would eventually possibly wear through the paint. But that hasn't happened to mine. What has happened to mine is there's a kind of, the paint has started to rub off on the feet, on the bottom. I don't really care, but just so that you know, I do take care of it, in all honesty, because I take care of all of my bags. I love them all, and I like to look after them, and I respect the things that I buy, do you know what I mean? So I do look after things. There is one mark on here that I don't know how I did it, and it's actually on one of the handles, and I'm gonna guess that probably one of my rings did it. So this leather I'm finding is more hard wearing, and I think it looks more edgy, it looks more cool. But I think because the bag itself is a classic, I think that this is going to be the kind of thing that even when let's say they discontinue the Ultra Matte range, it's still going to be it's classic. You know, the shape's classic and it's just plain black. I think it will go with anything. Both of these bags come with a crossbody handle. I am going to show you the crossbody handle on this separately because I don't actually know where it is at the moment. The basic crossbody strap that you get with the medium size looks like an afterthought to me. That's the only bad side of the bag. I think that the strap looks like they got an offcut of leather and made a strap with it, and also that strap is not long enough for you to be able to wear this bag crossbody. That is a shoulder strap. Okay, my final top bag is from Bulgari. I mentioned a couple of days ago that this is weird. This has been my worst purchase this year. And I know you're like, well, if it's your worst, why is it in this video? It's been my worst purchase because I bought it the week before lockdown, and whenever I look at it, that's all I can think of. One of you actually said, why don't you try looking at it and thinking that you actually made it through lockdown? That's actually quite a good way of looking at it. Aside that and how I think when I see it, and my kind of connotations when I see it, I do think that actually out of all of the bags I've shown you, maybe except the Louis Vuitton, because yeah, actually except the Louis Vuitton, I think they're both on the same level. I think you get loads of bag for your money with Bulgari. And I would say the quality of this bag exceeds all of the bags I've shown you, even the Chanel. With these bags, all of them, I think, unless they've had a price rise, all of them are under, most of them are under 2,000. The one that I was looking at is not dissimilar to this, and it had like a different shape on the front, but they didn't have it in the colour that I wanted, and I saw this and I really liked it instead. This, no, that one was 1,700, and let me tell you, you get a lot for it. You get the crossbody strap. Just need to wait for the helicopter. I'm going to actually compare this to the Chanel strap, and I think that just looking at the metalware alone, I hope that you can see what I mean about the quality and the detail that they've gone into. This feels and looks far superior to the Chanel version, like way far superior. On the inside of these bags, they're all sectioned out really nicely. I've still got things in here that I've just realised. Each bag also comes with, this was I liked this, each bag comes with its own colour-coded mirror. I haven't taken the sticker off mine because I don't want to ruin it. That's me all over. And it comes with a specially designed pocket in the back that mirror fits into. This also comes with a raincoat. Why? I don't know why actually. The other brands don't give you a custom-made raincoat for the bag, because it's probably not going to be that much extra to do it. And I didn't even know that you got that. It's only when I unpackaged this bag and took everything out, there was this plasticky thing and a plastic closed ziplock thing, and I thought, what's that? And when I took it out, I thought that is really good because it folds away in its own case, so you could keep it in your bag. And then if you ever get caught in the rain, there's a slot where the handle goes through and you can hold it, and it protects your bag during a shower. I do think with these bags, the reason why you get so much, the reason why the quality is so good, and the reason why the price is the way they are, is because I feel Bulgari is known for jewellery, primarily. They're not really known for bags. I think they're becoming more known for them, but probably for anyone who's, correct me if I'm wrong here, but I think for anyone who's really into their bags, you're most likely going to want to, or you're most likely going to automatically think Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior, Hermes, Prada, Gucci. You're more likely going to think of those brands first before you ever think of Bulgari. I think so anyway. So I think this is why they've gone to this extra level of detail with these bags, because they almost maybe need to make them not on par, because I do think Chanel quality is awful versus this, but I think that what Bulgari are doing is they're throwing more into the mix, they're throwing more at it. Quality, extras, the service, they are my best top handle bags. They're the ones that I think are worth buying. They're the ones that I think if you buy them, you're gonna be safe with your money if you choose to sell it. And also, you know, more than that, I think sometimes even if you don't care about finances and stuff and you're not worried about it losing money, it's not about that. Like for me, I quite like knowing I've bought a bag and I'm not going to be left with something that dates really quickly and goes out of style because it gets stopped being, you know, it's not made anymore, and it's really hard to style in with things. I quite like to buy things that I know have got a long-term feel to them.